What is up, you guys? So, I'm making a tutorial for newer UGG players. So, this is that tutorial. So, you have already played some of the game, gotten through the tutorial, and hatched your first dino by hitting a bunch of chickens with it, and then sitting on it, and then figuring out what Nubisaurus color you got. Now, there's something else that you need to do. You need to go and hit a bunch of chickens with the bat. Or the club, or whatever you prefer to call it. Now, you gotta go feed this to the Nubisaurus. And as soon as you did, you'll be able to, jump over to here. Then there will be this. 750 nugs, which will take you like 4 days to get manually. But I know how to speed that up. Then you should be able to ride your dinosaur. To ride it, just grab on to these like things right here. Then you will be controlling the legs. It will be small at first. To climb, you just hit down and try to like grab onto the rock. Now that you have that dinosaur sorted out, here comes the grind. You have two options on getting new dinos. One, well, you got free. One being the way that most people take, which I would not recommend if you're a new player, is to trade away your newbie for something better. Which one, no one will trade away their newbie because after you get the newbie egg, you can never get it again. After you like trade it away. So, assuming you did not take that route already, you will have to fight bosses. I'll show you some of the bosses. I'll get to like the flying dinos later. Because most like more experienced players will have these for like the bosses. So this area is closed right now. At the end of this, there should be like a dinosaur with like, okay, buddy. Serious. Oh wait, never mind. I'll check back on that one. Sorry about that. So yeah. Now that you have gone and killed the bosses. Yeah, sorry about that. I was talking about something else. Now that you have killed a boss, I'm gonna assume like you keep on killing bosses until you get an egg. Repeat that until you have these. Now you need to level those up all the way. Eventually, you're gonna have enough to where you can trade up for one of these. It's a flying dino. You're gonna need a whole different type of saddle for it. But, yeah. And once you have that, you should be able to get up to the flying dino area. There should be another boss there that you can fight. And there are also two types of bosses. Well, three. There are the Titans. There can only be two in the game at a time. There's another one. It's like a mini boss. You can't get eggs from them, but you can still get pretty decent rewards. And there's alphas. They give you eggs like the Titans do. But the egg that you get from them is not that good. Anyways, so now that you have all of that information, I'll show you some of the other locations for bosses. Oh, just a quick tip that I did not know when I first started the game. So, you will have, this thing right here. It is it's somewhere where you can, like, put your dinos and try to, like, keep them. You can, like, store them here in case you lose them. You hold this little, like, recall button to call them back to your place, and then you can just get them again. I'll make another video on how to use flying dinos to fly later. But now I will be back into third person to fly. That up there is flying dino. It has like this giant like pterodactyl looking thing. Now, just like in another video that I literally made like over an hour ago, there's a there are like some egg shells that you can feed to your dino to level up quickly. Well, if you don't know what that means the boss is going to spawn. I'll make a video on how to beat that later. See, she has that egg now. You're gonna have to like hit that, like you're gonna have to like go through the steps that you would to hatch one. But yeah, so that's the new boss that you now know about. And these do the most damage, but they have very little health, and as you can see, she does that. Now, I would go up there and beat it if I weren't making the video. So, yeah. And there are also a few other spots. Anyways, there are also a few more locations for bosses and mini bosses. There's this place, which is where a giant cow will spawn. You have to like feed it apples and it'll give you cheese that despawns in like 25 seconds. And this is a perfect time in the video to say, you don't have to but it is very kind if you do, and if you do, thank you. And also, let's get back to this. There will eventually be a dinosaur over in that area that I went to earlier. There will be a dino there after like 20-30 minutes. I already made a video on that, but that won't be there anymore after a week, I think. So yeah, there are no other bosses here. So yeah, that is the beginner guide for UGG. So let's just head back to spawn. And people will start talking about the Crystodon. I'll make a separate video on hatching that. So yeah, that is the end of today's video. I will see you guys